In the previous class, we already discussed about the introduction of space. In that introduction, we already discussed that some scientific terms like space probe, space laboratory, space shuttle, rovers, capsules, some scientific terms we already discussed in introduction of space, as well as orbits, types of orbits. The revolving path of the satellite is known as orbit, pole to pole polar orbit, equator to equator orbit. Based upon the distance, lower Earth orbit, medium Earth orbit, higher Earth orbit we discussed, as well as geostationary Earth orbit, geosynchronous Earth orbit, as well as we discussed sun synchronized orbit, as well as we discussed Lagrangian orbits or Lagrangian points. These are about orbits. Next, satellites. The classification of satellites based upon weight, micro, macro. The micro satellites are once again classified into pico, nano, micro. The macro satellites are classified into already mini, medium, heavy satellites. We discussed already. Based upon weight. Based upon application, the satellites are classified into three types. Number one, remote sensing satellite, navigation satellites, communication satellites. We discussed already about the satellites. Now, we are going to discuss the launch vehicles. Launch vehicle means it is a delivery vehicle. A delivery vehicle which is used to send the payloads into the free space. Those delivery vehicles are named as launching vehicles. Launching vehicles, in the development of launching vehicles, to understand the development process of launching vehicles, the development process we can understand in the classification of, we can chance to classify into four types, four parts, four phases, four steps, four stages. Number one, experimental phase. Number two, learning phase. Number three, launching phase. Number four, advance phase. The launching vehicles are classified into four. The launching vehicles, the development of launching vehicles are divided into, to understand the development of launching vehicles, we divide into four phases. Experimental phase, learning phase, launching phase, advance phase. In the experimental phase, SLV stands for satellite launching vehicle. In learning phase, ASLV, that is a somewhat developed SLV, nothing but augmented satellite launching vehicle. The third phase, launching phases, launching stage. Two famous launching vehicles are there in this launching stage. That is the PSLV, Polar Satellite Launching Vehicle, Geosynchronous Satellite Launching Vehicle, PSLV, GSLV. Another one is the advanced phase, the fourth phase. That one is by the help of SLV, satellite launching vehicle, we done 4 experiments. We done 4 experiments on the Rohini satellite. Rohini. Actually here 4 experiments we done. In that 2 are success, 2 are failure. What about in the learning phase? Augmented satellite launching vehicle somewhat boosted up, somewhat developed, bettered satellite launching vehicle, nothing but augmented satellite launching vehicle. Through the augmented satellite launching vehicle, it is a delivery vehicle, by the help of ASLV we conducted 4 experiments, 2 are success, 2 are failure. We sent in the SRAS. It is the Rohini. It is the SRAS. SRAS nothing but SRAS full form. SRAS stands for Stretched Rohini Satellite Series. That is the extended Rohini Satellite Series. By the help of learning phase, augmented satellite launching vehicle. Next, in the launching phase, there are 2 famous launching vehicles are there. That is a PSLV, GSLV. By the help of PSLV, up to now, we conducted by the help of PSLV D1, D2, D3 flights, as well as D refers to developmental flights. C refers to commercial flights. Here C1, C2, so C11, C12, C13 is not there. The C13 is joined in C14 already. That's why C13 mission is not there. C12, C14 directly. C15, so and so and so and so. Right? Recently, if we discuss, recently PSLV C40 we sent into the free space on 12th January 2018. Next, PSLV C41 we sent into the free space on 12th April 2018. It is a PSLV C41. Next, PSLV C42 we sent into the free space very recently, 16th September 2018. And also another recently we sent into the free space PSLV C43 very recently, 29th November 2018. That is the day before yesterday. Right, 29th November 2018, PSLV C43. Totally, the PSLV here D1 is the failure. C1 is the partially failure, partially success. Now we are treating as it is success. The total number of PSLV launches are D1, D2, D3, 3, C1, C2, so on, 43. But C13 is not there. 43 minus 1, 42. 42 plus 3, 45. 45 launches are up to now we are conducted by the help of Polar Satellite Launching Vehicle. From that 43, total 43 minus 1, 42, 42 plus 3, 45. Total number of launches are 45. In that 45, recently we sent into the free space on the 29th November 2018 PSLV C43 is the 45th flight. 45th flight, but here D1 is the failure. Also C39 is also failure. There are 2 only failures. That's why it is the 45th experiment, 43rd successful flight of the Polar Satellite Launching Vehicle. Commonly we treated the PSLV is 3rd generation. SLV is the 1st generation. ASLV we treated as 2nd generation. PSLV is the 3rd generation. GSLV is the 4th generation. RLVTD is the advanced phase. Right. In the PSLV, out of 45 launches, just PSLV C39 failure mission, as well as PSLV D1 is the failure mission. Just 2 missions are failure. Out of 45, 2 are failure, 43 are success. That's why more attracting, good attracting launching vehicle of ISRO is PSLV. Working horse of ISRO, we are treating as working horse of ISRO is PSLV, Polar Satellite Launching Vehicle. Now, the 4th generation launching vehicle is the GSLV, Geosynchronous Satellite Launching Vehicle. By the help of 4th generation GSLV launching vehicle, we sent into the free space in D term as well as F term. D1, D2, F1, F2, F4, D3, D5, F6, F9 as well as D6. Recently, we sent GSLV Mark 3D2. GSLV Mark 3D2 very recently, that is the 14th November 2018, right? We sent the satellite name is G Satellite. G Satellite nothing but Geosatellite 29. Very recently. Now, these are the first generation. Third generation vehicle, first generation vehicle is the satellite launching vehicle, second generation is the augmented satellite launching vehicle, third generation is the polar satellite launching vehicle, fourth generation is the geosynchronous satellite launching vehicle. Now we are in advanced phase. The fourth one is the advanced phase. Advanced phase nothing but launching vehicle while carrying payload into the free space, while passing towards the space, reaching the successful steps, as it moves in upward direction, the launching vehicle burning, ignition, as well as destroying, as well as detaching takes place. Finally, the payload can send into the free space. Up to 4th generation, destroying of the launch vehicle. There is no chance to reuse. Now in our advanced phase, the launching vehicles are chance to reuse. That is rebirth, like space shuttle. Space shuttle means while moving into the space behaves like as an launching vehicle. When it is revolving in the orbit behaves like as an satellite. When it is returned to the earth surface behaves like as an aircraft for safe landing purpose. The space shuttle, like similarly, we want to once again reuse the launching vehicle. Once again safe landing the launching vehicle, especially rocket motor on the earth surface. That is the advanced phase, RLVTD. Nothing but reusable launching vehicle technology demonstrator. Reusable launching vehicle technology demonstrator. The 4th generation, that is in that advanced phase, the reusable launching vehicle technology demonstrator is named as in our India Avatar. Avatar means, it is one of the Hindi words that mean is rebirth. That is a economical process to avoid the destruction of the launch vehicle. Once again chance to use by the help of advanced phase RLVTD. Right. Launching vehicle means it is an delivery vehicle. The vehicles which are used to send the payloads into the free space. Payload means whether it is Gaganaut, Cosmonaut, Taikonaut, Astronaut, whether it may be Lycaudoc, Sham monkey, it may be anyone. Which one we want to send into the free space called as payload. The payloads are sent into the free space by the help of an delivery vehicle. The delivery vehicle is named as launching vehicle. The launching vehicle's development to understand in 4 stages. Number 1, experimental phase, learning phase, launching phase, advance phase. In that experimental phase, first generation launching vehicles, that is a SLV, satellite launching vehicle. In the second generation, ASLV, augmented satellite launching vehicle. In launching phase, there are 2 types of, there is a third generation as well as the fourth generation launching vehicles are there, that is the PSLV as well as the GSLV. Now it is the advanced phase, that is the 4th one, that is the latest generation, right. Delivery vehicle, launching vehicle means it's a delivery vehicle. Delivery is the payload into the free space by the help of rocket motor RM as well as the ignition of the fuel. In the launching vehicle, there are 3 types of fuels are there, 3 types of propellants are there. Propellant means fuel plus oxidizing agent. Fuel plus oxidizing agent. Suppose solid fuel, liquid fuel, cryofuel. Solid fuel means, as a solid fuel we are using HTPB. HTPB full form means hydroxyl terminated polybutadiene. The oxidizing agent for the HTPB fuel is ammonium perchlorate. Next, the liquid fuel, liquid propellant is 2 types of liquid propellants are there. UDH, UDH nothing but unsymmetrical dimethyl hydrogen. MMH, monomethyl hydrogen. These 2 are the liquid fuels. For the liquid fuel, we are using the oxidizing agent is N2O4, nothing but nitrogen tetroxide. Nitrogen tetroxide is using as a oxidizing agent for the liquid fuel. Liquid fuels are 2 types. One is UDH, MMH, unsymmetrical dimethyl hydrogen, MMH, monomethyl hydrogen. Next, the third one is the cryofuel. Cryofuel is liquid oxygen plus liquid hydrogen. Need not of any oxidizing agent for the cryofuel, because of it already consists of oxygen, need not of additional oxidizing agent to the cryofuel. Now 4 generations of launching vehicles are there. First generation satellite launching vehicle. By the help of satellite launching vehicle, we sent into the free space by the Rohini. ASLV, SROS, SROSS, Stretched Rohini Satellite Series. PSLV, GSLV. In the satellite launching vehicle, there are 4 stages of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stages of solid propellant. In the satellite launching vehicle, 4 generations. In the SLV, what about the augmented satellite launching vehicle? 5 stages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In all 5 stages, we kept solid propellant. In PSLV, it is the 4 stages, 1, 2, 3, 4, solid liquid alternatively. What about in the 4th generation GSLV is the 3 stages, solid, liquid, cryopropellant. In all launching vehicles consists of rocket motor The propellant, that is the fuel plus oxidizing agent, we kept in the cylindrical shape, in the cylindrical geometry. The payloads which we are sent into the free space, that the payloads are kept in the triangle, payload, 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 payload. As the launching vehicle is moving in the upward direction, by the help of ignition of the propellant, by the help of rocket motor, working by the third law of Newton, it moves in upward direction. As it moves in upward direction, ignition of the fuel will be takes place, and stages wise disappear, burning, ignition, detachment will be takes place. Finally, the payloads are sent into the free space or orbit, either lower Earth orbit or medium Earth orbit or higher Earth orbit, or it may be orbit or into the orbit. Right. As they are moving in upward direction, due to the ignition of the propellant, burning of the fuel, disappearing of stages wise, when it is reaches to the orbit, the total disappearing of the launch vehicle, propellant stages as well as rocket motor totally will be destroyed, disappear, ignition, burning, detachment will be takes place. Finally, the payload is reaches to into the orbit. In these four generations, first generation SLV, second generation ASLV, third generation PSLV, fourth generation GSLV, these are all in this all four generations. The launching vehicles, when they reach it into the orbit, the destroy will be takes place. That is, the disappearance will be takes place. No chance to reuse. Once in single flight, the total launch vehicle will be destroying, will be taking place. But in the advance phase, that is a reusable launching vehicle, RLVTD, refers to technological demonstrator, reusable launching vehicle technological demonstrator, RLVTD. In our India, it is named as Avatar. Avatar means rebirth. Here, every launching vehicle, it consists of some parameters. That is length, number of stages, as well as weight, payload. Here, the length of the satellite launching vehicle SLV is the 22 meters. The length of the ASLV is the 23.8 meters. The cylindrical length, the cylindrical propellant containing compartment length is 23.8 meters. What about the PSLV? 44 meters. What about the GSLV? Right? 49 to 51 meters. It is the length of the launching vehicles as well as number of stages. The SLV is the 4 stages. In all the stages, solid. The ASLV is 5th stage, 5 stages, solid. In all compartments, fulfilled with the solid propellant. In PSLV is the 4 stages, 3rd generation launching vehicle. 4 stages, solid liquid, alternatively. It is the 3rd generation, 4 stages. What about the GSLV? 4th generation, 3 stages. That is solid, liquid, cryo. Right. Now, the weight of the launching vehicle. The weight of the launching vehicle is 17 tons. 40 tons of 17 tons is the SLV launching vehicle weight is 17 tons. What about the ASLV? 40 tons. What about the PSLV? 295 tons. What about the GSLV? 635 tons. Launching vehicle weight. Here, the capacity of the satellite launching vehicle is able to send 40 kilograms of payload up to 400 kilometers. By the help of satellite launching vehicle, first generation satellite launching vehicle, we can send 40 kilograms of payload into the free space up to 400 kilometers. What about the augmented satellite launching vehicle? 150 kilograms of payload or satellite, we can send up to 400 kilometers by the help of ASLV, augmented satellite launching vehicle. By the help of polar satellite launching vehicle, we can send the payload weight up to 2500, that is the 700 to 2500 kilograms of payload we can send into the free space. By the help of GSLV, we can send above 2500 kg to up to 5000 above we can send into the free space by the help of fourth generation geosynchronous satellite launching vehicle. In that geosynchronous satellite launching vehicle, there are only 3 stages of fuel or propellant: solid, liquid, cryo. The solid propellant is hydroxyl terminated polybutadiene plus ammonium perchlorate. Ammonium perchlorate is behaves like as an oxidizing agent for that HTPB. What about the liquid fuels? UDH, MMH, unsymmetrical dimethyl hydrogen, monomethyl hydrogen. What is the propellant? What is the oxidizing agent? Is nitrogen tetroxide. Now the cryo fuel is liquid oxygen plus liquid hydrogen. Need not of any oxidizing agent because of oxygen is there already. That's why need not of any oxidizing agent for the cryo fuel. Right. There are launching vehicles: experimental phase, learning phase, launching phase, advanced phase. In that PSLV, the third generation PSLV, in that PSLV, once again the PSLV has 3 types. One is core alone variant, standard variant, extra large variant. In the PSLV, once again 3 types are there: core alone variant, standard variant, extra large variant. In the GSLV also once again 3 types: GSLV Mark 1, GSLV Mark 2, GSLV Mark 3. Similar, right, we will discuss later on, right? The launching vehicles are classified. The development of launching vehicles are divided into 4 stages or 4 phases: experimental phase, learning phase, launching phase, advanced phase. In that, the launching phase, there are 2 launching vehicles are there. One is polar satellite launching vehicle, another one is geosynchronous satellite launching vehicle, GSLV. PSLV, GSLV. Right. These are the launch vehicles. Okay. PSLV is third generation, 4 stages of launching vehicle: solid liquid, solid liquid. GSLV is the 4th generation, 3 stages of launching vehicle: solid, liquid, cryo. Okay. The PSLV launching vehicle is once again based upon the capacity of lifting the payload, based upon the capacity of the launching vehicle to lift how much of weight of payload. Based upon that one, simple. In our pulsar bike, there are 3 generations are there: 150cc pulsar bike, 180cc pulsar bike, 220cc pulsar, based upon the engine capacity. Similarly, the launching vehicle PSLV is once again classified into 3 types. That is a core alone variant, standard variant, extra large variant. In this core alone variant, it is the launching vehicle shape. In this triangle, we kept the payload. In the cylindrical shape, the propellant, fuel plus oxidizing agent we will kept. Over here, in this one, rocket motor. This part is named as core part. In the core part, only rocket motor only present. in the core part. If rocket motor, if it is present, only rocket motor if it is present, then we'll say core alone variant. The PSLV core alone variant, it can lift 700 to 800 kilograms of payload into the free space. Suppose in the core part, along with rocket motor, 6 to 8, some additional support to the rocket motor or the propellant, we are keeping boosters, boost up, 6 to 8 core boosters along with the rocket motor. If we kept 6 to 8 core boosters, the core boosters is nothing but the boosters we are kept in the core part. It is the payload part, it is the propellant part, cylindrical. In this rocket motor, it is the core part. In the boosters, if we kept in the core part, then we'll say core boosters. 6 to 8 core boosters, if we kept in that standard variant, it can lift the weight of 800 to 1500. What about the core alone variant? 700 to 800. Due to presence of core boosters, it can lift more weight into the free space up to 1500 kilograms. It is a standard variant. Another one is extra large variant. Extra large is nothing but along with the rocket motor, 12 to 16 core boosters. 12 to 16 core boosters. Along with core boosters, additional small rockets we will scrapped to the cylindrical launch vehicle. We are scrapped. These called as scrap boosters. There is a somewhat additional energy, additional boost up to the launch vehicle. It can lift up to 2500 kilograms of payload. There is as the boosters are increasing, it can carrying the payload weight is going on, increases. What about in the core alone variant? Without only rocket motor, propellant, 700 to 800 kilogram. Standard variant, along with rocket motor, 6 to 8 core boosters, up to 1500, 800 to 1500. What about the extra large variant? 12 to 16 core boosters, as well as 6 to 8 scrap boosters. Due to the more amount of additional energy, it can lift to more than 1500 kilograms, up to 2500 kilograms of payload. They can send into the free space based upon the capacity. Right. It is about the PSLV. PSLV classified into 3 types, 3 variants are there, 3 models are there. There is a standard core alone variant, standard variant, extra large variant. Similarly, the GSLV, Geosynchronous Satellite Launching Vehicle, it is the 4th generation, 3 stages, solid, liquid, cryo fuel. The GSLV is classified into 3 types. There is a Mach 1, Mach 2, Mach 3. Mach 1 is the Russian technology, Russian cryogenic technology, Russian cryogenic engine technology especially. What about the Mach 2? Indigenous cryogenic technology. What about the Mach 3? Indigenous technology with international standard system. Mach 1, GSLV Mach 1 can lift up to 2500 kilograms to 3500 kilograms of payload into the free space. By the help of Mach 2, 3500 to 5000 kilograms of payload into the free space by the help of Mach 2. What about the Mach 3? Above 5000 kilograms, there is an international standard. It is an indigenous. With the international standards, it can lift above 5000 kilograms of payload into the free space by the help of Mach 3. Recently, we launched GSLV Mach 3 D2. Previously, we discussed, right, GSLV Mach 3 D2, nothing but indigenous technology with international standard, nothing but we are lifting the payload weight above 5000 kilograms. Then we will say GSLV Mach 3 program. Right.